Woo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Donnie B all day. So, let me get that fired back up because that's got the specs for something I need to tell you. So, here's the deal. I got a box of swords today. I wasn't expecting. UPS pulled up the driveway. I was sweating, man. I was on my bike and I was sweating. It's so hot out. UPS pulled up and they dropped off a few things. I'm doing a Renaissance fair coming up. We do them every year. And I always dress different. One time I did my, I did a samurai outfit and whatnot and had a good time with that. And this year I'm doing what I'm, over here, what I'm sworn in as. I am a sworn in Masonic Knight. Where am I? Oh, right here. Right there. I'm a sworn in Masonic Knight. We derive from the Knights Templar. So I'm going in my full Knights Templar garb. So I needed some kind of costume sword, right? And I didn't want some plastic cheap sword, so I reached out to my boys over at Szco and they sent me a couple. And I have a couple choices, and I think I know which one I'm going to use. This one is a straight up Templar sword. These are just display pieces. They're just dull, right? There's no edge on them. I might one of them I might just throw an edge on it and use one so I can go out and hit light stuff with it, and the other one I might just use for like the Renaissance type stuff. Whoop. But there's this one which as a display piece is really freaking nice. It's really nice. It's actually kind of cool, right? So I thought, all right, well, that's kind of good. It's got the metal scabbard. That's not so bad. It'll work. This thing could do the job. But then I opened up the other one, and it's more suited for what I'm doing. Let me keep that page refreshed because there's one of the swords, and it has its dimensions on there. So they sent me a frog, and I said, ooh, the frog is good because they sent me this guy. So look at this one. Again, this is a display piece only. This is not a user, but check that out. Opens up so nice. It's got a leather wrapped or pleather wrapped pleather wrapped scabbard, right? It's really nice. It's got some cool ornate properties to it, and then it's got this, just a sweet sword. But as far as display purposes and wearing it, boom, that's going to be good. I even already have I'm stretching them out, dropping stuff. I'm stretching out my arm guards now, getting them really nice. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this sword to go with my full garb, my cape and tunic and boots and all that jazz. So really, really cool. I'll put this over here. So then there was another sword, something that I wasn't expecting in there. And I'm going to show you what it is. It's not a sword so much, but it is a katana, and it came with a little stand, which is really nice. Speaking of katana, I have a wakizashi coming. What am I talking about? I just invented a language. A wakizashi coming that is going to be gorgeous. So this one is 41.5 inches overall length, white handle with cord wrap. Remember, this is from Szco, so they don't put a whole lot of details in what it is. 28-inch blade length, and it says brass blade collar, but then it says circle metal suba, so at least they used one Japanese word. And then scabbard, and come in black cloth cover, which it did. There's a cover for it. So let's shut that down and go over this bad boy right here. Not so bad. Let's talk about this saya real quick. Let's talk about the saya. Now, I'm going to do this video, and I'm going to shoot all the words in English when we're doing the video. Before we go out there, I like to tell you, wow, this is really light. That's crazy light. I don't even know what this is. Maybe plastic? This does not feel like bamboo, I'll tell you that. So here, let's go this way because they always go up. I'm just going to give you some of the terminology just as far as this is concerned. So the whole thing is called a saya, right? Right here you have your koiguchi. This is your mouth or your opening. Koiguchi. Oh, there's like a little rubber right here or something. I don't know. It's flaking on me. Let's see. The saya end is the kojiri, and the sageo is the cord, and the kurigata. The kurigata is the little part that the cord goes into. So that's pretty much what you have as far as the saya, as far as the scabbard. Now, let's get into this. It's got a really, really sweet sori. And the sori is like from here to here, kind of not enough, like the measurement from here up to that line. Whoosh. So it's got like the swoop. The swoop is the sori. And I have to say that this looks really nice. It's got a really beautiful, beautiful curve to it. So this is not a tanto. This is more of a traditional tip, which is the kisaki, and that's the point. Is your, I think it's kisaki. The edge is your ha, which I cut you. It's actually really sharp. It's sharp to the touch, which I like. Your spine is your mune. Mune is how it is, I believe, and the tang. I'm trying to just go over some of the basic parts. Your tang is your nagato. So in here is a full nagato, is a full tang piece. So it should come to at least right about here, which is really, really nice. So getting into the other end here, we have your Szco. That's an easy one to remember. Your Szco is your handle, the complete. So everything is the Szco, but everything else has its own little name. Your Suba is your guard. Your guard collar is your habaki. Let's see. The kashira is your pommel, which this one's on there pretty tight. I'm impressed, and I'll tell you why in a second. Let's see. The little pegs right here. Those are your makugi pegs. This is usually ray skin. This is obviously going to be imitation. Usually imitation ray is like linoleum floor tile type material. It's going to last forever, and it just is what it is. I'm trying to think. Oh, your manuki. Your manuki is your ornament right here. There's not a lot outside of that. So that's pretty much where we're going to go. I actually really like the Suba like this. You'll see this in a lot of like ninja to. It's the straight swords. It's like the ninja sword. You'll see that style on those a lot, and I just think it's kind of classy looking. Oh, your himon. This is obviously, you can see that this is a fake himon, and the himon is this little. Normally, what they do is they clay temper, and the himon is formed on there. But a real himon, A, is harder to see, and B, it's usually jagged and inconsistent. If you have a himon line like this, then that means it was brushed on. So that's how you know. But it's aesthetics. It just looks that way. Now you'll notice one little thing right here, the only engraving, it says China. So you're thinking, all right, so it's a Japanese sword made in China, but what's going on with it really? And I'm going to tell you what's going on with it really. It's sharp. So far, everything is tight. It's on there pretty well. It's good looking. It comes with a stand. This thing, the dealer's price on this is $39.95. That's right. That's right. You can get a katana to hang in your house that is a full-size katana and a good-looking katana for, dealer price is $40. I don't know what they would charge like normal price, but it can't be that much more. It's between 40 and 50. I'm certain if you find it at one of the shops that sells their stuff. But not so bad. Not so bad. For this amount of money, that is crazy cheap. And not only that, but this is a handcrafted katana. So they have non-handcrafted katanas and they have handcrafted katana. The non-handcrafted stuff is the stuff that you're going to pitch into a watermelon and break in half, where this one might surprise us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go outside and we're going to find out if we are surprised. Let's go. Okay, so we are led to believe that anything cheap is cheap, that it doesn't work, that it's fragile, and it is no good. Well, we are going to find out exactly if that is true, and we are going to use this katana or sword as a test. And we're just going to figure out if this katana can actually swing like a real katana. So far, everything from the wrap to everything else, it feels really good. It's really tight, which I like. It'll probably loosen up when I swing it into things, but it's not bad because you can take these apart. Anytime you see the little pins, that means you can pop the little manuki out and boom, slide that down and expose it. I don't have to because it's on there good right now and everything is a-okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're just going to swing it, and we're going to see. Wow, man, that is so nice. Frick, man, I mean the price on this, and that's it. So if you are a practitioner of katana, and you swing katana and you use katana and you do all this, even for your practices, right, your katas, then this is going to be the kind of thing that you can actually use. And we're going to expose what a cheap sword can do. A cheap sword. We're going to let the world know that you don't have to spend $1,000 for something that you weren't going to plan on swinging into some guy wearing a bunch of armor, right? You got to remember, most people who buy a katana, you're buying something that's going to sit in the house almost 99.9% of its life. It's just going to sit somewhere looking pretty. And that's the fact. I don't care who you are. That's fact. It's just going to sit around most of the time. You might get some mats and take it outside and swing it. Look at that shape. And all that jazz, and think that, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. But you could swing a cheap sword the same way as you can swing an expensive sword, as long as you aren't hitting anything too brutal, right? And when have you seen anybody in these YouTube videos taking down an oak with a katana? It's just not happening, right? You're not seeing it. So let's say you have this guy right here, which is a little tree. And it cuts really, really nicely. Yeah, that's a little beanie tree, but I mean, we're watching people out there hitting pool noodles. So somebody will at some point have to describe to me what the difference is between a 1/2-inch tree and a pool noodle as far as the ability to take an impact. So what we're going to do is we're going to go hit a few more of those long, skinny things, and then we're going to up the game because I'm D-bad, and that's what we do, damn it. We don't just hit the light stuff because we're not other people. No, 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 no. If we're going to swing something, we're going to test it. Well, we're going to swing it and we're going to test it. All right, so let's see. We got more of this. And it is just mowing it down. Of course it is, because I can mow this down with a butter knife, but it's doing it with style. It's really, really nice. But what happens when we find something that's not made of that stuff? It's not just weeds growing out of the ground. What if we have a low-hanging tree limb that we need to brush down? So that's what we're going to find out now. We're going to see. Now this is a free dangler. It's moving, so that means if, like, I'll turn it around here, you hit things, it's going to move. So you need something sharp to cut something that's free hanging. Let me just clear that away. Why? Because it will. And let us take our first swing at an actual tree branch. And I will show you what we're looking at here for a cut. That is just pretty darn pretty right there. That is pretty darn pretty right there. Woo! This thing is sharp. This thing is sharp. I mean, it's making, oh, you guys are going over. It's making paper thin cuts right here. Let's see. Try and get you guys a good look at it here. Look at this. Look at this. Oof. Oof. That is really, really nice. All right, so let's take down some more of this low hanger because it needs to be trimmed anyway. Oh, we got a pine cone. Here's a test for it. Wow. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Now, I'm trying to find it. Where the hell is that pine cone? All right. I was able to catch the little nub of the pine cone and get it off exactly at the stem. Look at that. That's really cool. That's really cool. All right, so I'm not going to tell you that I aimed for that because I was just trying to hit the pine cone, but I got it right at the stem. All right, so let's take off this little piece right here. Easy. Let's take off the bigger piece. Easy. I mean, easy. That's a good piece right there. That's a good piece. Look at that. Look at the size of that piece. That cut right there. That's nice. Now that stick is dry. That's one of those dry pieces. So it's a little bit harder. Let's see. A little bit more. A thicker piece. Golly. Remember, this is a $39.95 katana. A $39.95 katana. So don't let the blade snobs tell you that if your katana, wow, look at the wood. That's really kind of beautiful, actually. Don't let the blade snobs tell you that if your katana is cheap, that it's useless. It's cheap. It's no good. You bought a crappy katana. We're cutting down tree limbs with a $40 katana. $40 katana. I don't know. I mean, the knife snobs or sword snobs in this case could say, no, it's junk even after watching. But how can you deny it? How can you watch something happen and then say, no, it's no good? It's actually happening. Look at that. I just took two ferocious chops into this big piece on a backswing, a half backswing too. That was a full swing. That was a full swing. That's a big piece. Now this is hard. That's hard, right? So, and it's not hard wood, so don't, if anybody comes at me with, oh, that's not the petrified forest, shut up. Right away, just shut up. But that is not a pool noodle. We are dead straight, perfectly straight all the way through. No bending, no loosening anywhere. Nothing. This thing is on. It is on. And you can see, I mean, we're hitting this blade. We're hitting it all the way at the end too. So, you know what I mean? If it's going to loosen, you're going to loosen things at the end. If I wanted to hit with this part right here, the impact isn't going to be bad on this part because I'm hitting it right here. Hitting here means you have a greater chance of weakening here, but nothing is weakening. Nothing. All right, so, I mean, that's the kind of thing that it drives me crazy with the snobs out there is they'll watch something happen and then they will discredit it even after seeing it. They'll, blah, 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 it'll never, blah, blah, blah. I just did it. Well, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. All right, well, you make no sense. All right, so now this is a full branch. We are literally, I gotta show you. It's attached to a big log. You see that? I got gnats out here like crazy. Man, oh, that went in deep. Let's see. Still looking good. I think I have a little loosening here. Let's see. Still straight. Let's see. Oh, I found the loosening. All right, so what happened was I just knocked the end off but that's okay because it actually will glue right back. Oh, I got a bug in my ear. Right back in. That's hitting trees with a $40 katana. Come on, man. Let's see if we can find some more 1-inch forestries. All right, we're gonna take just a few more swats. We got 1-inch forestry that's down here. So think about this. That was like a 2.5 inch piece, right? And it was dried and sitting there. Look at this. This is a $40 katana. The only thing that loosened was the pommel, right? It's the only thing. Everything else is really tight. Silk, linen, leather. That's usually what you have here. This is kind of a linen. It's like a silk wannabe because you can see how shiny it is, but it's definitely not silk. So we got a couple of this here. Done. Done. I mean, this is all day. This is an all day type $40 katana. I mean, it's still sharp. It's still straight. You see any bowing in there? Me neither. Everything is still tight, aside from this coming down, which I was able to put right back on there, and now it's not coming off. But I'm going to actually glue it because I have no reason to take this apart. This, guys, it's a $40 katana. Now, normally, your Szco, your guard here is, what do you call it? It's usually forged, like, they take a solid piece of steel or whatever they're going to use, copper, brass, and what they do is they cut into it. This is an alloy, and you can just tell by looking at it, which means most likely what they do is they take liquid metal and put it into a like a mold, and they cast it, just cast alloy. But I'm not getting hit with other blades. This isn't used for combat, right? This is going to be used for fun, and that's exactly what it is. And guys, people are going to tell you that a cheap katana is no good to have. All it is a wall hanger. Tell me that going through what I just went through, this can't go through a freaking pool noodle. Show me. Show me. I can't wait for my my other one. My other one's going to come in. It's a little bit better quality, and it's probably one of the prettiest wakizashis I have ever seen. And I can't wait to get that thing in. But until then, I have another one of these for the collection. And my katanas, for the most part, sit around. When I take them out for stuff like this, just 1-inch forest stuff. I have no other need to take out a katana, except for doing things like that, taking down a 1-inch forest. When I come by the driveway over here and I look down, I try to see, okay, do I have any branches overhanging? And this is what I usually do with katanas and my the hollow handle Rambos, things like that. Knives that aren't made to be used. I believe that all knives should be used. So what I do is I take them out here and I do this kind of stuff. I just clear the end of the driveway. People look at me on the road like I'm a mental case. I don't care. I am a mental case. But it gives my blades purpose. People in that truck staring at me. It gives my blades purpose, and it gives me fun. You know, I get to come out here and just swing away, and have a good time. But that's what I got today. So if you see a katana made from Szco, right, and you're wondering, I wonder if that thing's gonna work, I'll tell you what, I don't recommend doing what I do with it. I absolutely don't. Do I think you should go out and delimb an actual tree? No, that's not what it's intended for at all. That's not what it's made to be able to do. It's made to be able to handle things like your katas and hitting things like pool noodles. It's absolutely made for that. And you'll be able to have a ton of fun. If you went ahead and set up a bunch of them, boop, 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 made yourself a little gauntlet, you can pool noodle the hell out of a gauntlet with a sword like this. You can do it all day long. You can never break your sword. and you'll be happy. You'll say, thank God I spent sub 50 bucks on a katana to hit pool noodles with, because nobody wants to spend 500 bucks on a katana to hit pool noodles with. That's what we do. We are not working for the Emperor's Guard. We are not swinging them, no matter how much we think we are ninjas and samurai warriors. In the end, we're just a bunch of asshats sitting outside hitting pool noodles and things like that. So I'm gonna go asshat myself inside where it's a lot less humid out here. I think I'm gonna go clean this up, and I'm gonna put it in its sock until I have to clean some more driveway. I almost hit the hot tub. So that's it for this one. Whew. This is fun, man. This is a fun sword. It's a fun katana. Whoop. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.